Hey everybody!
I'm Adam.
I'm Sam.
And I'm Will, and we are
Working
Title! Guys, this is episode something of Attack on Titan 48. Bystander.
He was just a bystander.
He was just a bystander. Last episode, Historia became the queen.
Salute.
Put the crown up.
Nope, wrong salute.
I almost did this, and I was like, she's not dead.
I
know. I don't even know what that's for.
Kenny passed on.
Oh, rip. Definitely.
Got his backstory.
Yeah.
He had a shot.
Shoot.
Speaking of the...
Oh yeah, literal.
Speaking of the...
I have to put that in, damn it.
And we got a sneak peek of Colossal.
Yeah.
Well, not really Colossal. Barricades and Armored getting demolished by Lamont.
The literal kaiju fight in Shiganshi.
Yeah.
I really hope we get to see that. Even if it was like just a straight like one-sided thrashing, I want to see it.
Guys, if you like these videos, make sure you leave a like, hit the subscribe button, comment down below what you thought when you first watched this episode, hit the notification bell so you can be informed when these drop. Also, we have a Patreon. If you want to see 2 episodes ahead in the following week to come, make sure you check that out and support us in that way.
Links in the description.
Links in the description.
And this is not a market substitute. Go on whichever anime streaming service you prefer, watch Attack on Titan over there, and then come over to YouTube and watch our reaction, alright? Punch it! Blah!
I don't even feel like it's finale time, or like mid-season finale time.
Oh wait, really?
Technically, well,
Part 1.
yeah.
So part 1's over after tonight?
After the next 2 episodes.
Here's our weekly. The kids are so cute.
I know, right? It's so hard to not.
They're just sweet. Specifically Armin and Mikasa.
Mikasa's so adorable.
They're just
Yeah, fuck you, Aaron.
No, he's
Well, I
adorable
mean,
too, but like
not as cute though.
it's the outfits too. He's like wearing a cardigan and she's wearing that cute scarf. Like Levi's kind of cute, but it's like
He's a little rat.
he looks like Chucky.
He's a little psycho.
2 months?
Oh, so we've
Whoa!
His fit is awesome.
Jeans?
I like that.
Yes.
Yeah.
The cattle farming goddess.
Dude, this is like our first real time jump.
Except for like the first episode.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Dharma!
come on, Gene.
ヒストリアが女王になるって決意した理由の一つはこれをやるためだ
Okay, Brand.
地下街から壁の端まで孤児や困窮者を
To
集め
the
て
edge of the walls.
So they brought everybody up from down
出身の
below?
兵長の後押しもあったらしい
Dude, look at all the
困っ
outfits.
ている人がいたらどこにいたって見つけたし助けに行くって言ってた
Nice.
気が触れちゃうでしょ
あいつなんか俺の顔に来た
Yeah, no fun.
Some goddess.
ライナーとベルトルトともう一度会うことになるとした
Yeah, what would you do, Aaron? Let's see.
奴らは殺さなきゃならない
I'll see it when I believe it.
That's what you gotta do.
And then Reiner's like, "You're my bro from Homeland, don't you remember?"
You're my cousin?
最近は地下街にいた子たちも笑うようになったの
These kind of look like new buildings too, so I guess they like erected new facilities for people underground.
あの時は人類なんか滅べばいいとか言ってたんだよな
あれは勢い余っただけだから
Yeah, I figured she was. She wasn't gonna be with the flirting.
なんだよ
What?
そして
おい
Oh,
エレンの
Mikasa.
実験で疲れてる
俺を年寄りみたいに
This is great. If Historia and Aaron get together, I can finally have my old theory, Gene and Mikasa. Let's get it.
人材を多く失った人類だったが地下空間で発見された光る
Glowing ore?
得たものも多く
Oh wow, so it lights things up. Interesting.
そしてエレンの硬質化の能力はとある対巨人兵器
Anti-Titan
を
weapon
誕生
was
させた
born?
They have electricity. Dude! Is that Wall Rose or Charleston?
Raise it again!
It's like the scythe from Game of Thrones.
Yeah. Oh my
crap.
gosh. Where are they at?
This is
Are they?
so excitingly cheerful. Yeah, it's Charleston thing.
Oh.
What the hell?
おそらく巨人の力を酷使しすぎたんだろう。このところ硬質化の実験ばかりだったからな。
Oh gosh. So he's pushing his body like to the limits.
俺が疲れたから何だって言うんですか。
Yeah, you gotta live though.
I was gonna say the same thing.
気を揃えていきま
Might
しょう。
start driving you mad, man.
志願しなくに。
So they're really just prepping for this fight with Reiner and Barricades.
勝てる二兵器があれば巨人なんぞ紙くず同然だ
Nice, dude.
はしゃぎやがって何が嬉しくて今さら調査兵なんかになったんだか
そうですよ。ヒッチに止められたりしなかったんですか？
Okay, so Hitch didn't come along.
なぜだ。
なぜって二人を。
Why does Connie look like that?
よくわからないが、挙句にこのまま憲兵にいればうまい汁が吸えるとか、少し見直してたんだから。見損なったって言ってやったよ。
This guy's so dense.
ル
Yeah.
ールはバカなの。こいつはお
A
金や。
bowl cut imbecile.
俺たちだけじゃねえぜ世間全体がウォールマリア奪還をって盛り上がってる
This is such a change of like morale. It's so nice.
確かにお前ら変わったよな面構えっていうか
Look at Connie.
一体何があったんだ
They had to fight like humans too.
いやまた今度にするよ
He's got like a really weird haircut. Looks like a buzzsaw on his head.
じゃあ俺明日は調整日だから朝から俺の村に帰ろうと思って
Is anyone
What,
still
there's
living in
nothing
this
there?
village?
He's probably just investigating to see if he can find anything. What if he finds like syringes and shit? you
True.
know?
I did say the monkey might have gone and shot them up.
決してないわけじゃないんですよね。
これから巨人の解明が進んでいけばいつか
Turning Titans back to humans, huh?
終わらない悪夢を見ているようだったよ
Yeah, you have to find a way to like engineer it so people can become like Ymir, but then lose their ability to be Titans because that's too dangerous.
つまり巨人ってのは悪夢にうなされ続ける人間。
Essentially, yeah.
Yeah.
After Isla's notebook, I think so.
そんな巨人。
Yeah, for like 30 seconds you were one of them.
まだパンとスープが残ってるでしょ。
Talk about
お
mom.
しゃべりや食べ終わってからにしなさい。
I feel like she's just gonna become a mom now because Aaron's cucking her so hard.
Yeah.
ごめんな。ミカさん。
たくよエレンお前最近そればっかだぞお前が思い出さなきゃいけないのはあの男だろ見たんだろ洞窟で記憶を掘り返された時
His dad?
親父さんと会っていた調査兵団の男ってやつを
Who do you think met your dad? Oh.
It's his friend, right?
あの状況で父さんと会ってたんだ。
Freaking who's Erwin Smith's
知ってるはず。
the original guy?
Nile?
No, the guy who originally the cadet trainer.
Oh, okay.
イエガー先生の記憶じゃなくて
Fudge.
You sure that's the same guy?
The guy from the OVA?
頭を
The
ど
no
こかにぶ
regrets?
つけてみては。
I don't know.
そうだぞお前思い出すためだっつってヒストリアの手ばっか握りやがって行間の頭突きでも食らえばいい
I can't remember his name. Sorry.
で思い出せんなら。
Fudge.
Oh, maybe you're right.
Fudge. What's his name?
俺
Keith something.
Sutherland?
Kiefer Sutherland.
Wait, that was him too? Oh, right, you did say that.
Wait, he's in. Oh wait, he does know Dr. Yeager.
訓練兵
Yeah, because he says something. He's like, oh, your son.
Saddies.
Saddies. Yeah, what'd he say? Your son did it or something. Your son's done it. Gee, Christmas, that was so long ago.
Dude, there's no way this dude's still here.
Yes, he is.
Oh,
No way is he important.
The executioner from hell. That's so
Let's
cool.
go. It's tough.
どうしたブラウス
座らんのか？
いいえ、私めはこちらで結構です。
確かお前はあれからたった数ヶ月みんな見違え
It's only been months since they've been there? Oh my gosh.
I know.
You don't remember?
I know that. It just doesn't feel like it's been
奪還
months.
を目前に控えた我々が
Season 2 all being in the course of 3 days.
おいででしょ
And then this followed that.
Yeah, exactly.
エレン、お前は母親とよく
Fuck.
Don't freaking talk about my mom, okay?
話してください。知っていることすべて。
何も知らない。結論から言
I can't. What would he know that he wouldn't tell?
え人類
He
の
was
理
there
由に
like
なり
the
得
day
ない
it
話でよけれ
happened.
ば聞いてくれ。
Or close to that day.
傍観者に過ぎない。
As a mere bystander.
20年前、ウォールマリア、志願しなく壁門の目前に彼はいた。
おい、あんたここで何をしている？どうやって壁を越えてき
Oh
た？
my gosh. Will, he's a mole.
まさか戦っているのか。
本当か嘘か。彼はなぜ壁の外にいるのか覚えていなかった。
What if it's like, shoot, hold
記
on.
憶を一切なく
All
して
his
いた。
memories have been lost?
グリシャ・イエーガーという
Ymir, like, Ymir accidentally bit somebody who was smart.
無許可で巨人領域に足を踏み入れた罪とはね。わざわざ壁の外をうろつくバカが。お前ら
It's a lie. I know I said this last episode. He's related to Lamont. I'm telling you right now.
So you think this is, he actually doesn't remember, or this
No,
is
he does.
his infiltration?
This is his
attempt?
infiltration.
Fudge. But why go with a guy who has amnesia?
I don't know.
It's like the worst option. Oh my
名
god.
前以外にも覚えていることがある。私は医者だ。病院を紹介してくれ。できる仕事があるはずだ。
Oh. So you can get
そ
vials.
して私に教えてくれないか。この世界のことや調査兵団。
A mole, man.
あなたたちのことを。
A freaking mole.
So he has the knowledge to self-construct the vial then, right? Because he didn't
彼
make
は
it from
本当に
outside.
何も知らなかった。
貧富の差こそあれど、この壁の中は平和なんだな。少なくとも巨人に怯えて生きているわけではない。よかった。
Was that
よかった
whatever. Same guy.
あんたもそう思うのか。
It looked a bit like
この狭い壁の中で世界がどれだけ広いかなんて考えたこともない。
I think that is the mom.
あなた
You talking about the lady?
Yeah, that's what I was
それ
saying.
がそれが調査兵団。
そうだ。バカみたいか。
そんなわけないだろう。あなたたちはこの壁の誰よりも賢く勇気がある。その存在は魂が自由であることを示す。
ちょっとキースさん、また調査兵団の勧誘か
違うぞカルラ、私は。
いや、私なんぞに務まるものではないでしょう。調査兵団はもっと特別な選ばれし者でないと。
選ばれし者。そんなことを言われたのは初めてだった。
Oh god,
壁
jeez.
の中
What
は
the fuck?
私には狭すぎた。
Buddha!
成果は出せる。凡人どもの微量な脳みそでも理解できるほどの異名を突きつければ。
It's truly bizarre, the most smallest of characters that end up playing such a vital role to the story.
Yeah.
Good writing.
Like, yeah, but like, why? I don't get why he wouldn't have said this earlier to somebody he trusted.
奥のベッドに
The plague.
私の両親も。
大丈夫。みんな助かるよ。
Has she always had yellow eyes?
Who?
The mom?
I can't remember.
イエーガー先生、家内が起き上がりました。
イエーガー先生、ありがとうございます。
He did some magic voodoo Titan shit,
Okay, well, he has
man.
yellow eyes and he didn't do anything to him. Never mind.
調査兵団団長に任命する。
Oh man.
Whoa. What the fudge?
絶対しましょう。
Starting to stress out, getting those crow eyes we talk about.
Yeah.
Is this the day?
Yeah, probably.
The moron charges.
His death was meaningless!
This was back when Erwin was still with him. Yeah.
Speaking of.
Nobody on Erwin's squad died.
Is that
The chosen one.
Is that what made him go and try to train?
There's Aaron. Oh, he's
Also,
sweet.
it's before that.
Look at this kid.
死ぬまで続けるつもりですか？
なぜ凡人は何もせず死ぬまで生きていられるかわかるか。まず想像力に乏しいからだ。その結果何も成し得ずただクソを垂らしただけの人生を恥じることもない。手当たり次第男に愛想を振りまき酒をついで回るしか取り柄のないものなんぞには決して。
Wow.
凡人は何も成し遂げなかった。
Yeah, that's the first episode.
I was gonna say, do we get to see this?
特別な人間はいる。
Oh, there's me.
Yeah. And Tabi.
自分ではなかったというだけの。
Poor guy.
Is this from Aaron's flashback memory?
So where was Dr. Yeager that he saw this? Because Dr. Yeager had to have seen him, right?
Yeah.
Where is he? Wait,
Here?
does that mean Dr. Yeager was here?
That's what I'm saying.
Wait. What?
It was your fault.
Wait,
What?
he was here? I thought he was killing the Reese family. Wait, he was here!
Sam, that's what I was trying to say.
No, this is after the injection.
Yeah. No, it's not.
Oh wait,
After the injection, he
or
ate Grisha.
before the injection, or this is where they found him.
No, Aaron just said that Mom was eaten by a Titan. Now he's gonna go.
Yeah, do the injection.
No, he's gonna go kill the king's people, the family, and then come back and then give Aaron the injection.
And when's your mother?
See? Yeah. Come on, keep up. You gotta remember.
Savage!
See? Yeah, he's gonna go to the Reese family.
No, he's going to get injected.
What?
He gets injected in the woods. That's the house that they were found in during the famine.
その子も違うんじゃないのか。選ばれし者じゃないかもしれないぞ。なあ、また人に呪いをかけるな。
この子はあんたとは違う。私の子だ。
Jeez, so he gave his kid, he had to have given him a sedative because he doesn't remember any of that. Yeah, it is. See?
I guess he must have been the one that brought Aaron back then to that little.
Yeah.
そして私は
Okay, so yeah, I was right. He did go and kill the Reese
避
family
難
already.
所の寝床に戻した。
I forgot that he knew, or he found out about Mom's death after he killed them. So he knows nothing. Useless. Thank you.
それだけ。
Nice. What's his name again? Keith?
教官の言う通り。俺は特別でも何でもなかった。
Why was he not special?
ただ、特別な父親の息子だった。それだけだったんです。
お前の母さんは彼らはこう言っていた。
特別じゃなきゃいけないんですか？
Music. Oh, wait.
私はそうは思いませんよ。少なくともこの子は偉大になんてならなくてもいい。人より優れていなくたって。だって見てくださいよ。
Just has to be happy.
こんなに可愛い。
I'm very happy. My kid's so cute.
だからこの子はもう偉いん
He
で
is
す。
special.
この世界に生まれてきてくれたんだから。
Fair enough.
Oh shit.
お前は
I know,
父親
yeah.
が願ったように自らの命を燃やし壁の外で燃え尽きるのだ。
Interesting. I wonder why it's doing the credits right now.
Did he fuck with his thing? He did. He did. That bastard.
私は何も
How
And yet he still was the one to say, hey, it was rigged.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he saw that Aaron still was able to fight through it, because Aaron technically did.
He did.
He tried to force through it even though he fell over. And so now he just lives his life in shame because he tried to screw over a kid.
Or just because he was useless overall.
Gee, even at Christmas.
So, we didn't really learn anything.
No.
It was a good.
Besides Keith's backstory.
It was quite a bizarre episode.
Yeah.
I mean, I actually do like it. I wasn't expecting it.
Yeah.
I didn't know I needed it. I enjoyed it for context. I mean, we didn't learn like vital stuff, but we learned like contextual stuff, which was nice.
You learned stuff about Grisha.
Yeah.
You saw him when he was younger.
Yep.
How he met Aaron's mother.
What did they say her name was again?
Carla.
Carla. Okay. Yeah. So.
And Grisha had absolutely zero memory. I'm gonna say that again. Grisha had no memory at all except for his name, and then later on he remembered, I'm a doctor!
Yeah, so...
Take me to a hospital! I just remembered!
I somehow know everything in the medical field randomly.
And he actually did cure a plague.
Sus.
Yeah.
Sus.
So, okay.
And these guys are puzzled by Carla's eyes.
Not these guys. This guy.
Sam is. I don't know why.
I will not anymore.
Okay.
I debunked it mid question.
Okay.
Well, no, I genuinely did believe his amnesia until you just did that little bit. So, because like amnesia, you can get fragments that come back to you, and yeah, I guess it was coincidental that one of his, the thing that came back is his medical degree, but that's also something you spend your whole lot of your life on. So like, for me, it wasn't far fetched to think that if he does have amnesia, just like a lot of Titans seem to do when they just eat somebody.
Yeah.
Is like certain things might come back to you.
Okay, but my only problem with that is that, so did someone from Homeland take... What?
I don't know. I thought you were going to go, was his memory erased by somebody from there?
No. I'm saying, did someone from Homeland say, hey dude, I'm going to take you all the way down to this place. I'm going to turn you into a Titan. You're going to eat me. Then you're going to have this Titan ability, and then you're going to go inside the wall. I mean, I guess that kind of makes sense, because he did that with Aaron, and they've done that with a bunch of other people, but it's just like why wouldn't just, like, the person who was supposed to become... You know what I mean? Unless... No. It has to be planned. He's lying.
Yeah.
It's not true, because Grisha knew about the Reese family. He knew about the freaking founding Titan stuff. Like, he knows more than he's letting on.
So here's what my theory was mid-episode, and it's a tiny bit of a spoiler, because it has to do with a different anime, Death Note. I thought what it was is that he did legit have somebody operate on his... like mind so that he would forget, or that they did give him something that would give him like a temporary amnesia.
Ice pick up the news.
Yeah, well, until certain events kick in that allows his memories to come back, and then he's fully infiltrated. Do you know what I'm referring to from Death Note? You forget your memories until the proper... Okay. And I can't say it because he's here.
Not going to.
The reason I said that is because that would be a master plan where it's like... you do something so that when you go and you meet these people, you fully believe this lie. Like, you are in it. You're not even lying to yourself, because you yourself don't know.
Yeah.
Then when... just like... and the reason I said that is because, like, Aaron's memories, like, his dad was like, you will learn how to use the Titan ability through your memories, but it's not his memories because he was never a Titan. It's going to be through Grisha's memories of using the Titan, through Frida's memories of using the Titan, or... you know, all the way up to the founding Titan, or founding Titan. So I thought it was going to be like that, where it's like, Grisha won't know anything, but once he's there, and maybe he, like, picks up a spoon or something, like, that happens in the show, but, like, he picks up something and he's like, oh yeah, all the memories coming flooding back, because it's a thing that he would have done over there for who knows what reason, and now he's infiltrated. People have trusted him, and now he knows what his duty is. Kind of like what we've been saying, like Aaron's thing was.
Yeah.
Like how we thought he might really be a sleeper along with Reiner and Barricades, and then like we're just waiting for the triggering thing to happen.
You know, I guess that might actually make sense if like if he didn't get, like, maybe the triggering event didn't happen right away. You know what I mean? Because he was there for plenty of time before Aaron was born, and then the whole time, Aaron was like 10 years old when Barricades and them came. So like
8 or 9.
Yeah, around that time.
13 or 14.
Yeah.
So regardless, he spends like a decade plus behind the walls and never does anything. Or, I mean, at least that we know of.
Mm.
I mean, clearly he's done stuff in the cellar, but not done something like major, like break the wall down. Like maybe sending Reiner and Bertold is like plan B. Like, all right, plan B, you guys go, because I don't know what happened to Homeboy. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, and I'll still hold on to that like idea until they really just give us the full answer, because like I feel like that's not a horrible idea to go off of. And this show has been very smart a lot of the time, so it's like it's not far-fetched to think that might be like a possibility. Now, with the alternative, like you guys were talking about, it's that he's just being selective in what he tells people.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I don't remember stuff. Oh, how coincidental that now he knows the doctor's stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, so
it's just weird that it worked out perfectly that when he got arrested by Keith and whoever, like the wall commanding officer was like, just let him go, pretend it never happened. Like, it's just super fucking convenient that he picked,
was drunk.
He picked the one alibi that would work for him in that situation, and they're just like, sure, man, let's drop you off at a hospital. Just become a part of our life.
Well, that's the thing, too. Like, I don't know if these people believe that society exists outside of this. So, like, if somehow they thought he was a drunk or some dude who just isn't in his right mind, like, I would bring him in too, because if I don't think people exist outside the world, I don't think there's a threat, you know?
Yeah, but they didn't punish him, is what I'm saying. If they put him in prison,
oh, yeah.
Not that it would have made much of a difference, but what if he just spent the next 10 years in prison and we never get Carla and Aaron and all that stuff, you know? So it's just like, very convenient that it worked out the way
Did that dude say it's a crime to be in Titan territory?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's illegal to go outside the walls.
Oh,
yeah.
True.
You can't
Except for
really...
scouts.
Yeah. That's what they're saying. That's why Armin's parents were trying to sneak out.
And interior police, you know.
And how that also makes sense about the blimp. I didn't know why they would choose a blimp. It's because they need some form of aerial transportation because we don't have planes. And you can't... There's literally like a single door to get out through the wall.
Fuck it, honey. Grab a rock. We're busting through the wall.
Sneak out at night. Maybe slap a bottle over one of the guards. I don't know.
We also got to see Aaron's been practicing the hardening ability.
Yeah. So
plugged up something.
That was Trost. Is that correct? Yeah, I think that was Trost.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't see the rock there. That's why I wasn't sure.
First 12 episodes are the struggle for Trost.
They showed the rock.
You saw the rock. Okay, I didn't see it, so I wasn't sure.
They showed the one angle where they have where the gate where the rock is, and then the little ravine where the Titan was crawling out. They showed the exact same
moat
angle.
Yeah. So that was pretty exciting. Episode was also exciting in the sense of like there's a new sense of like we've been so doom and gloom. We're 40. I don't know how many episodes in, like 48 episodes, and most of the time from the show you just get a feeling of the impending threat, and you still have that in this, but at least there was for the first half, like just characters thinking they have a chance now again, or like feeling like they might, like they feel like they're getting prepped for this fight with Reiner and Bertold. Like they were talking to Aaron, like what happens when it happens? You think?
Yeah.
So they are planning for this fight. Just so excited for it. It feels like there's gonna be like a real kaiju battle that's gonna be like round 1, round 2, round 3, which is exciting.
Do you think he really has any other option other than killing them?
I don't know what the alternative would be. They're so powerful. I like the characters, so I don't want them to die. I want to learn about them a bit more before we off Reiner and Bertold.
Well, I was just remembering from when Warrior, their reveal happened, you were like, no, take them, we need to learn from them. And I was like, well, how the fuck are they gonna take them? Like, they're Titans. Like, you can't like that's the thing. It's like, even now, even with all the knowledge we have now and trying to figure out what Grisha / like these guys are doing, like, it's like they're Titans. Literally, Reiner could just, even if they put him in an enclosed room, he could still turn into one giant arm and just pop, pop, pop.
Exactly. Yeah, I was thinking that, but they strap him down. So he can't move his arms. But then I was also starting to think, well, he could just bite him
down?
Reiner. Or Bertolt.
How do they
the other option?
How do they get to? That's what I'm saying. It's like, how do they even get to them?
So I guess what you would do. What
and then
you
I was
would
gonna
do,
say he could bite on his lip and still gag him.
Fudge. Well, no, that's why you do what they did with Aaron. They do the gag.
Yeah.
They strap his hands so he can't literally do anything. He can't.
But I
break
think
out of
even in that position, he could probably break a bone, and that could cause him to bleed, and then he'd get out.
That's the thing. I don't know if you need physical blood drawn. Like from a broken bone, you can't really do that. And I don't know if
crack it hard enough.
I don't know.
You could bleed
I
into
mean,
the inside.
bruise hard, and that's a hell of a
That's
a hell of a
hard-
jump.
that's
That's
a
a hell of
hard
a jump
task.
from biting. Like biting, I can understand, but like forcing to rip off your arm, like I don't know if that's physically like possible. Also,
And then I was gonna suggest, can you even take a Titan ability away?
yeah. Well, they brought it up, kind of.
Can
right?
you even do that?
No, they said
And what happens to the person when you do that?
Well, the theoretical of like taking the Titan, the dumb Titan's abilities away and turning them back to humans, right?
Well, that's or somebody said, I don't know if it was Armin, but like, hey, maybe one day we'll be able to do that because we're learning so much about Titans. Because
Yeah.
Connie's mom is still sitting there
Right.
on her back, like
Right.
they're
Yeah.
hopeful to try and like.
Well, that's what I thought somebody would suggest relatively earlier than this. Like, the first thing that happened in my mind when I saw Erwin smile back in Season 2's finale is like, oh, maybe he's smiling because he has a family that he can... Like, maybe it's like Walking Dead where Herschel has his family hidden away somewhere. Maybe
Yeah.
Erwin has his dad or, like, somebody hidden in some box that he's just waiting for the day where he can inject him and get him back. Yeah, me and Will were talking. I'm starting to not think, obviously, that Erwin's dad is the monkey. I'm kind of leaning more with Will. Will thinks that it's... Go ahead.
Oh yeah, I said it like in the middle of the episode too,
Yeah.
and I said it last video, but like it's definitely like Grisha's. He's related to Grisha somehow. I just feel like whether
It's the
Why?
glasses.
Why
The
do you think that?
glasses.
glasses. I know the Titan ability. Like we've seen, like you throw Hardening vial on and you turn into the Hardening, whatever. But like Grisha's Titan and that guy's Titan is like literally
Same
the
chest.
exact same build, except
It works.
Grisha's wasn't hairy. You know what I mean? And also, they both wear glasses. They both kind of have like the same build, other than one's blonde and one's brown hair.
And genetically, it works too. Like, my initial argument against that was Aaron's a fat Titan, a little chubby Titan. It's like, well, maybe that's something that comes with like the mom's genetics. Like, maybe that's it. I've been like trying to figure out why these Titans look the way they do. Maybe it's just something as simple as genetics. Just depending on what gene code you're given is what the transformation manifestation ends up being. Like, why is Rod Rice the biggest Titan we've ever seen? Who knows? Maybe it's a mix of natural selection chose him to be a colossal sized because of his back being broken from Historia that also happened to do it. And maybe it's also because he licked it as opposed to an injection. Maybe it's a mix of three terrible things and also his gene code.
Well, there's a fourth thing. He could be special.
He could be special.
Be special. He could be, he could be special.
He could be special.
That's an interesting thing too. I like the argument, like the talk of people who are special. And I guess, yeah, we technically have special people like Levi or whatever who are like genetically, literally special.
Yeah.
Or maybe Aaron who's like willpower or like just being main character plot armor special, like he's always destined to do something cool.
Mm-hmm.
I also I didn't think they would do the opposite. I do like the argument of like Grisha's Carla was just like, well, special is just like somebody that I love. I like that. Like it's so corny, but at the end of the day, it's like, well, most people don't really live the most exciting of lives, but you can still find special things in that.
Yeah.
So I like that. I thought it was cute. Not corny.
And I'm not like a super subscriber that like people are necessarily special.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of time it's really just like what you put in. Like
exactly.
Like you have some things like yes, like LeBron James is like one of the most gifted athletic people on the planet, but you could give that to like random Joe.
Exactly.
And he doesn't do anything with it, you know what I mean?
Exactly. Like there's plenty of people that I'm sure are just as qualified, maybe didn't have the right people in their area, the wealth to get that.
Or support, or there's just like the right mentality, or
like a trainer to get you to that physical level. Like everybody I think has the potential, it just happens to be, do the stars align,
The drive.
your luck, your own willpower to get that, your family. So it's a lot of things. I also agree, but this is fantasy, so there are special people, because Levi's definitely special.
Yeah.
You know, he's a pretty... And Mikasa. And Aaron. And probably a lot of other people like Historia. So that's the thing. In this show, there's more special than there are average. Like, the only average people we have are Connie, Sasha, Marlo now, and Jean.
Yeah.
Everyone else has something like at least somewhat special or like remarkably special about them.
It's, by the day, I'm slowly, gradually enjoying more of the ordinary characters because now everybody's just becoming special or special. So now I'm...
You like the red-haired buzzsaw guy?
No.
Okay.
Stupid haircut. I'm not talking about him. I'm not talking about him. But I like your typical, like, Meech is pretty weird, so whatever. Well, your typical Jean and Connie and Sasha.
Yeah.
I like that. They're growing on me slowly.
Connie I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
You go. No, you go.
No, you go.
I was just gonna say Connie is growing on me just because
Sasha's growing on me.
Yeah.
Sasha's growing on you.
Frickin' hated her.
Yeah, she's annoying. I still kind of think she's annoying. Sorry, but I like Connie. I just feel more invested just because like there's something to his story. Like that's the thing. It's like, and people wrote in the comments, "Oh, you don't like him because he's not you don't like them because they're not badasses." Well, it's like no. Like, what am I like invested for in them? Like Gene, at this point, he's really just kind of like a funny character. Like I'm not super in love with him. Like I wasn't in love, but like liked him a lot in the beginning. Whereas Connie, it's like he's trying to keep up with all the freaks of the world that he's with. And also, he has, like, a mission now. It's like, he's going to investigate his mom's place, maybe going to just visit his mom. How do I get him back to being, a human from Titan? Like, that just makes me more interested to see, like, where his character goes. Whereas, like,
Exactly.
you know.
Also, they're the most relatable because they're the most average. Like, I can attach myself to Jean's mentality, Connie's confusion, and Sasha's just standardness, just goofiness. Because... after a while, you become detached from people like Eren because his story is so out there. I will never know those kind of circumstances. Like we talk about it all the time. Like whenever we try to act morally sound when it comes to children soldiers who killed 200,000 people, it's like we'll never have to deal with those kind of situations. But I can at least understand an impending doom with somebody like Jean who feels physically not capable of handling it. Because it's like, I get that. I understand that. It feels like something comforting to understand. So yeah, and it's funny because I'm rewatching the show with my family because I like to force awesome shows on my family
And your friends.
and my friends, and just rewatching like the little moments that I would have never cared to pay attention to. Like we're watching the tree episode right now where everybody's up in the tree and Erwin Smith's captured Annie, and you just these little tell signs of like who these characters are, like. Bertold sweating over in the corner, Ymir gazing over at Historia, Sasha freaking out, having a conversation about Northern Territories with Mikasa, and it's like, okay, these little things are there that you wouldn't really pay attention to because the show has so much stuff, but like, I can now understand from an audience who has to wait 2 years, and they only have a certain amount of content, that when they rewatch, they can build a love for characters from their own headcanon, you know? It's a great time to talk about useless characters during a main character, a new useless character.
Yeah.
We have Keith, Shitars.
I thought it was Sadie's?
Yeah, it's like Sadie's.
Shit arse.
Shithead.
Shit ass?
Shit ass.
Basically what you said.
I know. Very interesting. I wouldn't have ever expected it. It's one of those things kind of like Ymir and his story where it's like they were so insignificant I wouldn't really have placed value on the person, you know? Like it would be almost... Honestly, like, you know, Natabi or whatever, the gray-haired girl who died at the tower, I mentioned her in the episode. Yeah. Like, having an episode on her would have made more sense just because we've spent physically more time. Not that I want that, but like it's just... It's so bizarre.
Yeah. I don't know. I felt it was weird because like we did learn stuff in this episode, but it was just like... Now we're gonna leave this guy, and we're never gonna. I mean, I don't know. Maybe we do revisit him again, or if he comes up, or it's just like, what? Like, not what was the point? The episodes made sense.
Yeah.
It just also felt like I don't really understand why. The only reason it even felt like it fit was just because like in the first episodes, he was like, oh, Grisha, your son will be a great whatever, or he's special or something. Yeah, I don't know. He said something like that.
It's so tiny though. It's like...
But I mean, like, that was enough that I was like, okay, I can see that this coming back and making a connection.
Yeah.
That's crazy that you recognized him as that guy. I was like, how the fuck do you...
Because without the OVAs, I would not have recognized Keith. Yeah. Literally, it's the OVAs that did that for me. Had we not watched No Regrets. So, thank you guys for suggesting.
Did you get a part 1 season finale vibe from this episode or
not
no?
At all.
Yeah.
Except for the talk of Eren fighting Bertolt and Reiner, but I still don't think that's happening until part 2. Like, there's no way they're gonna rush 3 cool Titans fighting another really cool Titan in one episode. So it's like, maybe it's just a tease. One more thing on Keith, though. What he feels like, and why it was, like, weird for me. He feels like there's a character in Marvel who, it's like a one-off series where it's like this hero who was always there. You never knew he was there in the Avengers show. So picture, like, we watched these 24 Marvel films, and then we watch a film that's about this guy who was always there during all of it, but his power was to erase the minds of everybody, so they never knew he was a part of the group. That's what this felt like. Like, how in the world did this, like, insignificant character happen to be there during, like, all these critical events? Mm-hmm. It just felt, like, too convenient for me. A little, like, I know we deal with fantasy, but it was, like, a little, like, really? Like, he was also there during the night of the transformation?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It just happened to not be there during the crucial moment, and then was there, so, like, he doesn't know anything. Just a little weird for me.
He also, like, stuck with Grisha, like, followed him, was like, let's go check on your kids, you know, find your kids together. And I mean, it might have just been because he was, like, his friend, clearly, because he was literally the first person he met in the wall.
Yeah.
But that was a tough line, too, and he was like, what if it's another false prophecy or false promise or a curse? That's what he said. And he's like, he's not you, he's my son. Like,
My
damn.
son.
I know.
I was like,
Ouch.
he is clearly in a different reality.
Yeah.
Like, that is not the Grisha you knew. Like,
Yeah.
he's past Grisha, you know,
Yeah.
whatever, outside wall Grisha.
And now
The return of Grisha.
I had confusion during the episode, but I think we're all clear now. So, Grisha left that day.
I was confused. You had it on par.
Okay,
So what I'm
that wasn't
thinking
what
is-
the case was?
When he told Aaron, he was like, hey, I'm going to go away. And he was like, when I come back, and he flashed the key, I think he immediately went and slaughtered
Killed the
Rodriguez.
family, right?
And then he
Okay.
came back.
Found him. I don't know how he found him at the famine place. Maybe it's like all the refugees are here trying to get food. Because it was at the place where Annie was eating the bread. Because, well, Annie was there. It's a tiny thing. All the kids were eating bread, right? And the whole Mikasa punches him.
Yes.
So, yeah. So that's crazy. So that night, he had to have shot him up with something to make him... Like, there's no way. Like, he had to have, like, drugged him up and said, come with me. Like, Bill Cosby kind of shit. You know, something like that. Like, he
He might
literally...
have just been mentally exhausted, because all the kids were there, too.
That too.
When he came back, they were all laying in bed.
I guess he could have shot them up too. So, like, something to stay. Like,
Sedative, yeah.
Sedative. That's what I meant. Like, sedative. Dragged them off and just forced the kid into Titan form.
I just want to know why then did. I mean, of course, it happened to coincide with the day that Bertold and Reiner attacked. But why was that the day that he went to go and kill the Reese family?
Oh, that's where the confusion came in. So, how was Grisha there? Right? Grisha was in Shiganshina with Keith.
He was there when the armored broke through.
Unless that wasn't Shiganshina.
No, it had to have been, because it wasn't Shiganshina.
It was Trost.
It was...
Or, I'm sorry, it was Wall Maria.
Yeah, no, like, Shiganshina...
It's the outside nipple.
Yeah.
He was at the actual wall, because everyone started running when it said, oh, the Titan broke through.
And it showed Reiner busted.
Okay, I'm just geographically, like, a little just weirded by that moment.
I'm wondering, like...
I don't know how.
I don't know how far away that chapel was, but maybe he saw the Colossal from a distance, and he was just going to have a chat with Reese. And then he was like, oh, why aren't you doing anything? You have this power, well, go stop them.
Yeah.
And then he was, fuck y'all.
Like, in my mind, I guess it was hard geographically because I just placed the Rod Chapel, the Reese Chapel, like, all the way towards the interior. Like, it's miles. I mean, because we're talking 130 kilometers. You're saying that's literally, like...
The interior?
Almost every wall distance is 100 kilometers or 130 kilometers. And that's literally, like, Maryland to Kansas. You're talking horse ride. How the hell? Unless he really didn't go that far in.
No, he's saying every wall.
But he said the chapel's at the center.
No, I said, like, roughly. Like, I'm talking, like, roughly in a more interior area. But even still, what I'm saying is, like, I don't know how.
The farm is outside the walls.
The chapel?
Yeah.
Outside which wall?
Pretty sure all of them. Because, remember, Grisha said in the first episode he was going outside the walls.
No, he says he's going in. He says he's going in to do something with higher ups or something.
I can't remember.
But even still, like, our characters haven't even been close to Shiganshina since the start of the show.
Of course, yeah.
No,
and they went to the chapel, that's what I'm saying.
Well, the chapel's, like, close to whatever territory Rod Reese rules.
Yes.
Whatever that...
It was
the
a lord's
city,
territory.
Yeah, whatever city area that his family was the lord land, whatever. Whatever area that he controlled, that's where the chapel was. Yeah. But still, that's what, like, it's confusing because it doesn't seem, I mean, we don't really know about the time difference between Shiganshina falling to Eren waking up with Mikasa being like, where's Dad? We don't know how long of a distance that was, but he somehow made it from the interior of the wall.
Yeah.
Killed them. Comes back.
The alternative is he stays in Titan form and books it just like Annie.
I was about to say that.
Because Annie
he went Titan form.
No one fucking saw that?
So distracted by the Colossal.
Who the hell knows?
Yeah.
How did no one see Annie's Titan coming from all the way from Stohas?
Yeah.
Well, then again, that territory was now taken by Titans, so it's a little bit easier to believe.
I was going to say it was nighttime too. That's horse shit. Absolutely, people would have woken up hearing the thunder.
Well, she might have not done it until she left the city. She might have physically walked out of the city, then did it out in the fields.
Yeah.
And then
regardless,
I was talking about when she was in the carriage and she popped her arm.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so
that was at night.
I rewatched that. It's because that area was completely abandoned. No one cares, and no one bats an eye to it because it's like a drug crowded area.
Still,
lightning.
Hear that? Yeah, see that and hear the boom from a distance.
Who knows? I mean, I don't know.
Dude,
we hear lightning all the time, so it's like I wouldn't even bat an eye.
True.
True.
That's a good point.
I'm ready for the mid-season finale. I'm ready for it.
Me too. Guys, if you enjoyed our video, leave a like, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you know when we drop more AOT. Click the link in the description for Patreon if you want to get it early. Thanks for tuning in, guys. We love y'all. Punch it. Bye!